What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and this is the Mermaid Gang. This is Bobby. This is my husband that y'all been begging for me to bring on the channel.
It is I.
So, he is here to tell you guys what it's like for your SP when you're manifesting them. But first, I'm a manifestation coach, so if you would like for me to help you to dissolve whatever's between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for my one-on-one coaching. And we are doing the Isn't It Wonderful challenge in a private Facebook group. So contact me to sign up for that. I'm not going to do a cutoff for it. Alright, let's get into the video. I told you guys to ask questions. Ask him questions, actually. So we're going to answer those now. And the first person's question we're going to start with is my friend Brittany. Brittany wants to know, when you appeared in Bobby's head, what were his instant thoughts? Like the first time you ever either noticed me or had the urge to contact me, I guess, or talk to me, what were your thoughts?
To be honest, like when I first saw you, I definitely wanted to know who the fuck you was. Like without a doubt, I had to know who you were. I had to know if you were single. I had to know all of it. Like period.
Okay.
I was intrigued.
Okay. So, what was her next part of her question? Did you think I should contact her? I like her. Does she like me? Like, what went on in his head? And how fast did you contact her from the moment you had the urge to? Were you ever nervous or scared to contact me? Or were you just like, I'm going to say something now? Was it like a spell?
I mean, with any guy that's seeing a girl for the first time and they see him, I mean, if you're attracted to him, you're attracted to him. And I was definitely attracted to you. Now, did I jump out and want to come straight to you? No. Yeah, I mean, I felt around, asked people who you were, stuff like that. But, you know, people tried to keep me from talking to you. I'm not going to say who, but, you know, like I said, yeah, people did try to keep me from talking to her. But I skipped all of that. It was like, man, I gotta know who she is. I gotta get to know her. And
AKA, if you think that there is anyone or anything that can stop your SP from coming to you when you're manifesting them, the answer is no.
Right. Because I stayed on it. I think it took me, maybe, I don't even know if it took me a full week. I think it maybe took me like a couple days. And I was like, fuck it. I'm a writer. I slid in her DMs and I've been attached to her hip ever since. Haven't been able to cut this umbilical cord.
Wow. Okay. Let's see Brittany's second question. Like it's kind of the same as the first one. She said, I want to know, how often did you think of me?
I mean, to be honest, after I first seen you, I couldn't stop, to be honest. Like, completely honest, yeah, I couldn't stop. I was like, I gotta know her. Because, I mean, I guess because it was like, she was beyond beautiful, y'all. I'm sorry. She was beyond beautiful, and I was like, I gotta get to know who she is. So, like I said, I did ask people around, ask people who knew her, because she lived in my hometown where I had moved away from. So, when I came back and I actually seen her, I was like, ooh, yeah, that's what
Okay, I feel like I do need to preface this. Even though at this time I wasn't manifesting in the way I do now, I still at that time believed that I could speak things into existence, and I did have an exact list that I wanted because I was ready to be in I was ready to get married, really. I was ready to be in a long-term relationship, and I had a list, and he is every single thing on that list. So yes, this was a manifestation. So you are literally getting your SP's view, what they experience. So let's see what the group wants to know. Okay, she's basically asking how it felt like when I manifested you to get me that coffee. How, like, was it like your idea? Like, did you think of it? Like, what was your experience when you decided that time to get me Starbucks coffee when you never would do that?
So I guess that was like the first time I think Sammy actually started trying it actually out on people. I'm not sure, but I felt like it was my idea, to be honest. I really did. I thought it was my idea. You know, I was coming home from work and I was like, okay, I'm off early. Let me grab Bae some coffee, since obviously I know that's what she loves. So I was like, grab some coffee and, come to the house and surprise her with it. So I call her on the way home and she's like we're just talking pretty much like any other time we're on the phone. And I was like, I got you some coffee. She was like, oh, I know. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I pretty much manifested it. I pretty much, dug in your mind and told you to get it for me. I was like, are you shitting me? She's like, no, I did it earlier. I just wanted to see if it was going to work. And
well,
it did.
Took 2 days, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, at first it did say, like, it sounds crazy. Don't get me wrong. With anybody that doesn't want to, like, put their mind out there and explore it and, start getting onto this, I guess, getting your mind in the right position, it does sound crazy.
Okay. Well, this is kind of the same thing. Did it always feel like it was your idea, like you were just compelled to do something? Whatever it was I was manifesting you to do? Was it like your idea?
I felt like it was my idea.
You thought it was?
Yeah, I definitely did. I definitely always thought it was my idea. I never thought that, she was the one behind all of it. But until she would tell me, she'd be like, yeah, babe, I did that. Okay. But now, like I said, I'm used to it now. So if I get a weird thought of her doing something, yeah. Or I get a weird thought like, okay, Bobby, go pick up this. I'll be like, I don't normally think of that. This is her. So I'll be like, okay, Sammy's doing something.
I do it to get him to call me or text me too. Because I don't want to bother him at work because he might be busy. So I just, tell him in my head. And he'll think to call me or text me.
Definitely.
And he'll be like, what are you doing? Do you manifest Sammy to do things?
I don't. Okay, so when it comes to this topic, I'm into manifesting. Don't get me wrong. I support my wife 100%. I don't get as deep into it as she does, but she does help me. So if I'm having like a really shitty day, she always tell me to stop, breathe, control all my thoughts, because me, with my mind, I go into like a complete shutdown. So like if things start getting overwhelming for me, I completely shut down. I stop talking. I don't say anything to anybody. And normally she'll just text me out of the blue and just be like, hey, what's going on? It's just, I guess it's like for us being together for so long is to the point where like she can literally feel when I'm in a really shitty mood or if something's going wrong. So she'll hit me up and she'll give me all my steps, all of my breathing, tell me to calm down, and then it make my day a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, you can also help your other person, your spouse, your SP. You can take them out of the upset state by affirming that they are happy, they're in a great mood, they feel amazing, they're thriving, and they'll feel better. So, did you start having more intense thoughts of her, and were you suddenly compelled to do things for her or to move towards her? I guess she's referring to the beginning.
Hell yeah. I felt like it.
Well, like he said, someone tried to literally stop him from talking to me and they couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
It didn't work. So, I guess that would be a yes. Does it scare you knowing you're basically acting on someone else's subconscious thoughts?
To a certain extent. That's kind of like it's a difficult question to kind of like answer it because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But yeah, sometimes it does, but sometimes it don't. Like I deal with it. I'm used to it now. Like she's been doing it for what? a while now. I can't
Yeah,
even put
since
it.
I started testing it. But I think he also knows that I would never, if I do things like that, it's to benefit him, not ever to manipulate him. I don't need to manipulate him. He does things nice for me anyway. Because that's my assumption of him. My assumption of him is that he loves me and he does things that make me happy.
Right.
So, don't forget your assumptions. How instant was it after you intended for him to do something that the thought popped into his mind? The coffee thing, when I first started testing it, took 2 days. Was it instant out of nowhere? Did it feel the same as literally... Did it feel the same as any other idea he would have come up with himself? Yeah, he pretty much answered that. It was, he thought it was his idea to just do it for me.
Yeah, once somebody's manifesting something for you to do, you're not gonna know that, they're doing that unless they tell you, obviously. It's normally like a quick thought that's gonna run across your mind, and then you're gonna do it.
Yeah, you almost like don't even consider not doing it, I'm assuming. So, this one's for me. What specific things did you change about him, especially bigger behavioral opinion changes? I imagined him or affirmed him to be more like ambitious, to believe in himself. Like I said, anything I ever intend for him has been beneficial. Because when I first met him, he had the goal to just move up in the company he was working for rather than being his own company. So it's just been things like that. Just how to, like, be a husband and things that not all men are raised to do. Like I said, everything I ever intended for him was a benefit. And he is very ambitious. He is a perfect father, perfect provider, perfect husband. He has got multiple things going for him. He supported me. He's the reason I can even do YouTube. So he is the exact perfect husband that every one of you are looking for.
Thank you, Mama. I try to be. Definitely do.
He really does. It's not like I snatch away all his free will or anything. I just wanted him to believe in himself. Love this idea. I'm not sure if you guys ever broke up. No, we didn't break up. And you manifested him back, but if so, how did that feel for him while you weren't together? We never broke up.
We never broke up. I mean, with all relationships, I think everybody has their
rough patch.
Yeah, their rough patch. I haven't always. I can clearly say that I haven't always been the best fiance or boyfriend. Now, since we've been married, I have been solid with her. Nothing as of me cheating on her or anything like that, but I did put her in a rough situation, as in, trying to force her to get a job. But this was like when we first got together. Because coming from the family that I'm in, with my mother and my stepfather and stuff, the woman always worked. I didn't want to I didn't want her to stay home. I wanted her to help me provide. But I got to a state in my life where I knew I could be a full-time provider. And it paid off tremendously. I gave her the opportunity to do whatever she wanted with her life, and she has done that and beyond. I cannot be so much proud of her than I am now. And now she's taken a lot more of the weight off of my shoulders. So
which is a manifestation too.
I can't be any more happier.
Do you feel as a person that you've changed in any way, of course, due to the manifesting of you?
Yes, I do. Like I said, a lot of, when we first was going through our stuff, I definitely was a lot more angry. We was literally going from here to there, trying to make sure we stayed in, I always wanted to make sure we stayed in a decent house, make sure we had food in the house, all of that. But since I've gotten on the whole train with her and being so supportive with the whole manifesting stuff, she's been helping me. I help her as best as I can, even though she knows a hell of a lot more than me. But yeah, when we turned our whole life over to manifesting what we want in life, things got a hell of a lot easier.
And you're a totally different person.
Yes.
complete opposite.
Yes, I'm so much different from what I used to be.
How does he feel about manifestation, and how did your life change since you mastered manifestation? You kind of just answered the second part of that, but how do you feel about manifestation?
I love it. I love it. I love to see other people take control of their lives and make it into something that they want it to be, instead of just living life and letting it just do whatever it wants. Letting it take the course of something that you don't want it to do. And then you got the same people that be on your backside be like, well, you know, life gets like that. No, life does not get like that. Life gets like that when you allow it to.
Yep.
Period.
Exactly. Stop letting life happen to you. This is for me. When you say your affirmations, what effect does this have on him when you're trying to change something he does? How does he receive it? Does he feel like it's his idea? Yeah, if I ever intend for him to do anything or affirm, or the only things that I really affirm about him anymore, like the coffee thing and stuff, was just me testing everyone as you pushed out. The only things now is if he's in a bad mood or he's had a stressful day, I affirm that he feels great and that he's going to have a great stream and he'll be in a good mood and everything is perfect. That's the only thing I do, and his mood does lift pretty quickly. So, eyelash.
Gotcha.
I gotta get him filled. That also kind of feeds into what I've been telling you guys about. Once you've realized that something works, it's much easier to do it and recreate it over and over again. So it's easy for me to quickly get him out of his bad mood or stressful mood, whatever it is. It's a lot faster. The first time I did it was the coffee, and it took 2 days. Now it's almost instant that his mood is lifted and he feels better. That's the only thing I do on him. I don't like manifest him to really do things anymore, except for, like I said, call me or text me sometimes. But even that's not that often because he does that anyway.
True.
How does Bobby feel knowing he has no free will in Sammy's world? Did Bobby feel bewitched or mesmerized by Sammy?
Hell yeah. Shit, you see all this beauty right here? Come on now. I was hypnotized. She.
Sammy, so when you were manifesting your husband or him to do things, what did he feel? Did he feel confused or moody because he was getting your energy but at the same time resistance? No.
No,
it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like that. So when she has a thought, or she manifesting something, or she's pretty much controlling my mind from her body, I'm not gonna feel it. But I mean, obviously, when she first started, or when I first actually understood the whole situation, I didn't feel it as in like her doing it. It was just, I felt like it was my thought.
There you go. That was actually perfectly explained. You felt like it was your thought. They feel like it's their thought.
Yeah.
It's so much simpler than you guys like think it is. And I think that's why a lot of you get held up, because you think it's this complicated thing. They literally think it's their idea.
Yeah.
Did you teach him to manifest, and does he use it?
Yes, she taught me everything that she is teaching you guys.
He has a live-in coach.
And it does work. I can't stress it enough. It works. It helps me out beyond measures.
How did you guys meet? Were you manifesting the perfect guy for you and he showed up? Yeah, I already kind of said this, but I'll say it again. I wasn't manifesting in the way I am now, obviously, but at that time I did already believe in, I've always believed in like speaking things into existence. So I had a list, and my list was over 6 foot tall, had to have a job, had to have his own car. What else was on my list? I can't remember, but if you remember, I asked you the questions the first night you DM'd me.
So one of your first questions was, do you have a car? And yes, I had a car at the time. And then her second question was, do I have a job? I said, yes, I work in construction. After that, I think the rest of them was kind of like, you know, your plain and simple questions. She asked me how tall I was. She asked me how old I was. She asked me where I was from. which literally we was like 15 minutes apart. And then I think another one of our questions was what was it? Dang, I want to say it was my favorite color, or it was no. She asked me what was my favorite thing to eat. Yes, because I asked her and hers was chicken. Literally, it was chicken strips. That's it. It was. She didn't say chicken like as in just all chicken. She said chicken strips, and mine was chicken Alfredo, and it still is.
Yes.
And that was like one of our first. Well, I think it was like the first time we actually cooked in the house. She cooked me chicken Alfredo. It was the best fucking thing ever, and I was like, yeah, it's a keeper. I could take this one home to mama.
You literally did really quickly. Legit, I manifested him. He, we spent every single day together from the first day we hung out. We literally spent every single day. He would stay with me and get up so early and go to work. They will go out of their way for you. It's not as hard as you guys are making it. Literally, he wanted to spend every minute with me as much as I did with him.
We haven't left each other for 7 years.
Nope.
Going on 8.
He manifested me getting pregnant.
Yeah, I definitely did that.
I was told most of my adult life that I could not have a child. And I remember we were out to dinner for your brother's birthday.
Yeah.
And you were like, we're going to have a baby this year. And sure enough, I got pregnant the next, I think 2 months later, I found out I was pregnant. Because I found out I was pregnant in March. And I had gotten pregnant in January. Yeah.
So I guess it worked out for both of us.
Of course it did. We're a perfect manifestation. I actually met all his requirements too.
Yeah.
He said he made a list when he was in school.
So before I got fully into the whole manifesting, actually way before it, in the 9th grade, I was doodling and I made a list of what I wanted my perfect girl to be. And I never put like height or anything. I put height, but I didn't put like the exact height of what I wanted it to be. I just said I wanted her to be short. I wanted to have a big old booty. I wanted to have a fat ass. I'm sorry, that's what I wanted. I wanted her to have a fat ass. I wanted her parents to love me for me. And I wanted her to have some sort of an ethnicity. And I got this one. It was like literally, it was crazy because I never thought about it. I never thought about it until we actually started talking about manifestation. And when we was just sitting in the car one day and we was just riding, and I just sat there and I was thinking, I was like, holy shit, I manifested my wife also. I said I wanted a short girl, obviously some sort of ethnicity.
I have a lot of ethnicity.
I guess with a man, it's not like you asking for a lot. And I also wanted her to be like very loving, you know. And I got everything I wanted. So I guess, I mean, that's what I think that's what pushed me over the edge when we got into the whole manifesting thing. That right there just put the nail in the coffin.
It's real. It's real. You guys can do it. It's not as complicated as you think it is. Literally, when we are manifesting someone else or affirming for someone else to do something, if you'll stop questioning yourself, they will think it's their idea. They're gonna do it. They're gonna text you. They're gonna think about you. Whatever you're affirming is going to be happening on their end, and they're going to think it's their idea if you will stop questioning. It's simple. You literally heard it from your mermaid queen's SP. You heard it firsthand what the experience is like. They think it's their idea. The only reason he knows is because I told him, I'm testing this on you, and it worked. I also tested it on my son. You just test it on people around you. It's just that simple. It's not complicated. Stop making it complicated. It's not. They think it's their idea. That's it. That's their experience. If you'll affirm and be confident in your affirmations and just stand firm on them, they will conform and they will think it's their idea. It's that easy.
Guys, y'all have a perfect teacher, I'm telling y'all. The amount of people that she has gone out of the way to help, it's beyond measures, man. It's crazy. And I appreciate all the support that y'all have, and y'all are behind her on everything that she does. You know, she loves doing what she do. Even when I tell her on some days, like a basic day, I say Saturdays is normally like, that's my day. I know, I tell her time and time, hey, I know you got clients, I know you got people you want to help, but can I have a little time? She does take time out for me, but she always wants to, when we get back to the house and we're just chilling, she wants to get back to it. I can't stop her from doing what she want to do. I love that she's happy about it. I love that y'all are standing behind her. And all praise to the Mermaid Gang.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we out.